But we see the Sculptor coming in that can deal 0.5 or like half damage as well with the statues, and we can see the Wildling actually riding on the Call of the Abyss foreskin. Always love to see the skins in theme. We can also see that survivors are rotating around, but Ken was actually able to find the forward. Definitely a good find right here. Think would prefer to get the Explorer first, but Explorer might be a little bit difficult to find when he's small. But there we go, just concentrating on the first survivor. That's what you want to do. Bring that first survivor on the chair as fast as possible. On the left side, always keep an eye on it. We have the decoding progress of the Cypher machines. And while the forward is buying time, the survivors of SMT are decoding.
Yes, and looks like Ken gonna be very happy to finally be on the trail of a survivor. And in all fairness, just getting the ball rolling already past the first half, so I'd say that Ken is off to a decent start. Hasn't really gotten any damage on anyone just yet, so taking a while to get a bit of an amp up onto one survivor to hopefully narrow down on him eventually. But then again, it all pretty much adds up back to SMT doing a great job. And look at that, just deterring Ken from getting the closeout onto 303.
These survivors are really doing a fantastic job. We had the Ford right there who was leading Ken into the main building, into the factory where they knew the Wildling would be, and right now they are trying the same thing. Look at that. Oh, but the Ford was taking the hit and now trying to predict where the Ford will go. Always very impressed. Oh, nice! Forward re-dodging these statues, taking one hit. But again, I'm always nice hit. Very impressed with Sculptor players that can predict where the survivors are and just put down the statues the right way. Look at this. Ken did not even see where the forward was, but predicted that the forward would go upstairs and was bringing out all the statues and were hitting the forward right here. But again, I want to point out what an... Alright, we have a little bit of a break. It seems like there might be a technical difficulty. Again, all teams can pause the game once during the tournament match, during each match, and
on the case of making sure that the decoding is kept in check, to make sure that it's kept going. And here we have it, folks. Looks like everything has been smoothened out, and we will get back into the game.
Look at the Wildling in the bottom left. Oh, Explorer was just popping that Cypher machine with the books. Wildling is getting ready to come in and harass the Hunter, giving tinnitus. This is something we have seen before. Wildling just being in the area of the shared survivor and forcing the Hunter to stay there. At the same time, it's not the biggest problem for the Sculptor. She might be forced to stay right next to the chair to prevent the rescue from happening, but at the same time, she can just use her statues, as we see right here, to harass the survivors that are decoding on the Cypher machines. And I absolutely love to see what we are seeing so far from both sides. As Articuno already mentioned, you can't really make out which team is having the upper hand right there, because both of these teams are fighting for the title right here. They're fighting to get into the semifinals at the very moment, and you can really see that they are not giving each other anything. At the same time, we have to say, if you look at the decoding progress, we have the first survivor out of the game already. We have two Cypher machines that are decoded, two Cypher machines that have been started to get complete. Oh, we see Explorer just used the rest of the book to finish off one Cypher machine really quickly. It is primed now, but at the same time, there is still time for Ken to bring down more Cypher machines. There is still time, more survivors. There is still time for Ken to eliminate another survivor before the Cypher pop happens, and that might be an opening for him to get a 3, maybe even 4 survivor escape. Now we are seeing,
oh man,
really tricky target. The first officer utilizing his skill, really getting away from these statues and getting away from the hits. Cannot really predict where he went, because there is this 1 second delay with the skill. And look at that, Ken had enough. He is rather concentrating on the Cypher machines than trying to hit that first officer. Question is, does he think that the skill already ran out? Probably not. He knows exactly how long the first officer's skill works, so he's just switching targets, because here you saw it, how slippery of a target the first officer gets whenever he uses his pocket watch. There was not a single hit. At the same time, we can see the ball was not ready. Wildling is now taking that hit, and now we have Ken probably concentrating on putting pressure on Cypher machines, because he knows, yes, 2 Cypher machines are remaining, but how far is the progress? You need to contain that pressure on the survivors.
Yes, and let's just give props to Haram real quick back there, because she was just very, very proficient at keeping Ken preoccupied, and it was kind of worrying for a moment because there are only 3 survivors remaining with 303 off the field. But here you have it, though. Looks like Ken has finally had enough. Want to try to get that last hit onto Haram. Only just one more sculpture toss, and there you go, folks. That's going to be the pickup, as Ken will gladly bring his target to a rocket chair, but it's undeniable, though, Grizzly. Haram has taken in bought so much time for the team. Look at the progress on those ciphers. Already 1 nearing completion, one of which is already more than 75%. So SMT is on the right track.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree anymore. We can see that the Explorer is still having a book with 4%, which could push this Cypher machine progress a little bit more. They are keeping 1 Cypher machine at 99 just to put more pressure on Ken, because now Ken does not exactly know which Cypher machine is primed yet, and they might go for a double pop at the same time after they rescued, but no, actually not. They actually finished off that 1 Cypher machine. Now they need to concentrate on that last Cypher machine. It is almost done. We have the Explorer right here trying to rescue, taking that hit, rescuing the first officer. Both of them are running in different direction, and now we have... Oh, Wildling was in there too, so that means nobody was decoding at all throughout the entire rescue process. We have Tide Turner coming in, and Ken just trying to scare off the Wildling. The question is, can they actually push that last Cypher machine to 99%? Can they make it before another survivor is getting sent back to the manor, before there are only 2 survivors on the map? They have to concentrate on this 1 Cypher machine, but again, Ken most likely knows which Cypher machine it is, and most likely will put pressure with the statues on that Cypher machine. Therefore, it might be the moment where they have to think about separating and going on different Cypher machines.
I think at the end of the day, it's really going to come down to they have to take the risk, in which case, because Ken isn't really allowing them any opportunity. Just like this, they were trying to get the heal on, and luckily they were able to get some significant health back onto Haram. So that's a good step up here for SMT towards, and this is what you were talking about, Grizzly. Haram, in effect, will be able to keep Ken preoccupied. But the blink, though.
Wow. Go ahead, please go ahead.
Of course, yeah. But yeah, with the blink coming in, just immediately shuts that down. But this could be a good moment, Grizzly. Haram still has halfway to go on that rocket, so it gave them a little bit of opportunity to prepare that Cypher, although they did have to take a moment once again, as Ken is no longer preoccupied, but they are so close, Grizzly. Things to account for. Pop that Cypher, maybe get the rescue onto Haram. It's still very much feasible.
Yeah, you pointed out perfectly fine. That was... Oh, that might be a Cypher pop right there. Yes, they're trying it. They're doing it.
Can they get it, though? Ken is keeping them...
Yes, they have Tide Turner. They were 20 seconds of Tide Turner. The Explorer was left on the floor. Now got up. Was trying to prevent that Cypher pop from happening. Fantastic job from... Oh my god, bringing down all the survivors into the statues. Now only... the Wildling is there, and that might be... That is an extremely good... Oh, it's on the chair!
Oh my gosh.
I can. There's so much going on right here. This might be a match for Ken. The end. We can see that the survivor that is on the ground, which is, I think, the Explorer, is trying to get up, but at the same time, that might be game. That might be it. Trying to put down statues just in case that the Explorer is getting up, preventing him from getting away. Now concentrating on the Wildling again, but And there we go. We are starting. The sculptor is inside of the factory. Knows the locations of the survivor. Immediately goes for the first survivor, which is Long. And Long is actually the embalmer. Can be a very, very good find early in the game. You have to consider that the mercenary, extremely difficult, slippery target. Oh, might that be Long escaping right here? Very, very good distance that Long was able to get between Metal and himself. Fantastic job. We can now see Metal still going for the embalmer. We saw that the embalmer was putting down the coffin, so even if Metal brings down the embalmer, he's just trying to get away as far as possible, right? He's trying to get distance not only between himself and the hunter, but also between himself and the coffin. So as soon as he goes down, or as soon as he hits the chair, he can get back into his coffin. And again, the further away the coffin is from the hunter, the better for the embalmer. Just trying to buy more time right here, doing a fantastic job. Was getting hits from the statues, but is able to dodge these statues very well at the same time. Might try to juke right here. The owl is coming through. Fantastic timing, allowing Long just to take another round inside the arms factory, buying so much time. Look at the Cypher progress.
That is pretty decent so far for FPX.ZQ, and Metal, I swear that no pun to this, but he has to put the pedal to the metal right now. Luckily, was able to at least get the down onto our embalmer here, but looks like embalmer Long. You know, no real need to pop that coffin just yet, because still have a lot to work with for FPX.ZQ. Like I said, phenomenal progress thus far, but still, Metal on the right track here, has finally got things started by pinning down his first survivor. Now let's see if he can build up momentum from here, but as you can see, it already looks like Iron is on the case for the rescue.
Very, very good coordination from the team right here. Trying to rescue before halfway, actually making it happen, taking the hit right here for the embalmer and allowing him to get a little bit of distance again between himself and Metal. Fantastic job so far, taking the statue, which means after tight turnaround out, the embalmer will go down again and will be, might actually aim for, was aiming for the portal right there, which would have given the survivors so much time and put a lot of pressure on the sculptor. We have to consider though that the sculptor is still having teleportation. We can now see that Long is, there we go, there comes teleportation. That Long is doing a fantastic job getting out of the chair right here, really getting, that teleportation was not only good to prevent the survivors from decoding on the Cypher machine, but also to close the gap to Long yet again and hunting him down. Have to consider, he was already on the chair twice, which means if he is hitting the chair yet again, this is the first survivor getting out of the game, and there we go. First survivor, not out of the game yet, but the survivor is down, might be out of the game very soon. If we look at the Cypher progress, this looks extremely good for Metal. As you said, Metal needs to push the pedal
You got this.
the metal,
Yes.
and he is doing exactly that. He needs to get these 5 points. He needs to get the 4 survivor elimination. He needs to take care of the Cypher machines as well as of the survivors running around trying to, you know, distract him and take his time. We right now can see that the Seer is taking his turn in kiting, and Seer will go down if he is taking a hit or 2 statues, and Seer is really buying some time right here. Cypher machine progress, we are down to 1 Cypher machine, and if we look at the Cypher machines, well, there's not a lot of progress left for the last one, so that might even be a possible pop right when AK is going down. Oh, there goes AK. Will we see the pop? It might happen, it might happen.
Oh,
It happened, it happened, but it happened right in the moment when he was getting picked up. This is such a good play for Metal right now, because that is putting more pressure on the survivors, but at the same time, maybe they're just going to play it safe. They want to get out of here, they want to get the points, they want to get the victory for this round. So we might see a possible tie in this round, which would mean we see that FPX.ZQ will get the victory in round number 1, which will give